So I kept hearing a message: once an enemy, always an enemy. And we're going to find out together whether this is a message that you're giving out or if this is a message that you are receiving from someone in regards to something. So let's back up a little bit, all right? Because, like I said, I kept hearing once an enemy, always an enemy. So if something has happened or transpired between you and someone else, even if you guys reconcile or you guys are amicable differences or you guys decide to kind of like be respectful or kind of just go your opposite directions, whatever your decision is, whatever the chaos in the situation is, I just get this strong vibe that someone would, this is happening to you, this is coming from somebody that would, if they didn't like you once, they never gonna like you. If they had a problem with you before, they still got that problem. Even if they say they're over it, they're not over it. That's just the message that I'm getting here because we have healing chaos. Okay? If someone is mad at you because they feel like you're a know-it-all and you always have answers and you're always avoiding disasters that they set for you, you avoid traps that they set for you. You're always 10 steps ahead even when you're not trying. It makes someone feel like it makes someone feel like you have some type of guidance that they're not privy to, or you know something that they don't know and it just rubs them the wrong way. That's the vibe that I'm getting here. Someone feels completely rubbed the wrong way by you, even if you like doing nothing. And then at the same time, I see someone getting professional assistance, and also like getting professional assistance from someone professional like therapists, lawyers, seeking advisors, while at the same time reaching out to psychics, mediums, trying to tap into the spirit. This is someone that's trying to get insight in the 3D and the 5D by any means necessary. Once you this person is saying something is unforgivable, you've made an enemy out of them, and they won't stop till at nothing until you feel their wrath. Okay, I feel like someone is. I keep hearing that song by Halo. Is it Halo or Hallie? Where she's singing about Halo. The song, I think it's about you're an angel. Okay, something about you're an angel and you're You're like an angel. You're a mermaid. You're special. Yeah, look at this. The centricity. You're an angel. You're a mermaid. This is the energy that you give. Um, the frequency that you're on, because I'm also picking up communication. So this is the frequency that you're on is very angelic. Someone feels like you have a silver spoon in your mouth, like it's easy for you. All you got to do is, you could be lazy, you barely have to do anything and people just love you. Someone is comparing your success to their success. Someone feels like if they're not making you afraid or recognizable to yourself, then they're unhappy. And I think that's why we have healing chaos here. Someone feels like they were guided into your life to push you to greatness or something like that. Like when you don't want to be successful or you don't want to be great, this person, I don't know if this is like, like a person that like manages a person's image or their brand. Okay. This also makes me feel of like, Ike and Tina Turner. You know how he had this distorted relationship with Tina in a degree where he believed that he was he was making her the most famous star. He was making her important. Because if he wasn't pushing her, she wouldn't have had the hits that she had. She wouldn't have had the greatness that she had. And so he always felt like, based off of just observation, he always portrayed himself to be feeling as if I made Tina. Ain't no Tina without Ike. You see what I'm saying? Like, he pushed her where when she didn't want to do something, he made her do it. And so there's a lot of chaos that is coming to the forefront, and it's not necessarily about healing the person that did the doing. Yes, they will be held accountable, but this is more or less about conquering a fear of transformation. Okay, because when you're eccentric, you feel different. And a lot of times when you're so different and you're on a different frequency and you come across someone and they're just as smart and different, you can fall in love with the idea that they are on your frequency with you. But really, it's like Jack and the Beanstalk syndrome, or Maleficent and her best friend, how, you know, she felt like he was different. They trauma bonded, right? He was outcast. He didn't have the funds. And so they spent quality time together. And when he saw an opportunity for himself to become successful, he realized that he had something very rare in his hands. And if he utilized that energy properly, he could propel himself forward in society and become extremely successful. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here as well. And so if you meet someone and they always tell you like, oh my God, you're so smart, you should put yourself out there, or they're just way hella invested in you, pushing you and guiding you, being a mentor or something like that, and also trying to like force unexpected situations that you're not ready to go to experience as a way to force your transformation spiritually. They may conjure even unexpected tragedies in your life as a way to like force you. Okay, because I'm hearing Interview with the Vampire, and so when he was, what was he was? I think he was Louis. Yeah, he wanted Louis. He wanted Louis, and he saw Louis' potential, his ability to adapt. Okay, and so he wanted Louis, but he knew Louis had bonds with his family and his role, and so he wouldn't really leave the circumstances. And so he kind of pushed his brother off the edge of, unaliving himself, which had a domino effect that caused Louis to kind of say, okay, I'm ready to be changed. I'm ready to be transformed. And so there's someone here that wants to use the knowledge that they have to be like your guide, your mentor, push you off the edge. But I feel like what Spirit is pretty much saying here is that you're suspicious, and at times, you don't trust people, but you're coming out of this realm of having a leader into being your own leader and your own trailblazer, and seeing that into fruition. And so this isn't the first one, but I feel like you're going to come across a lot of people that see you in the spotlight. They get confirmation that you're exactly who they think you are, and then they want a seat at the table. And this may be like a table where you used to being at this table for just one, you know what I'm saying? But it seems like someone here is the chaos and the drama that they're pretty much doing. They want you to fight back. They want you to reveal. Like, when you fight back against a void, it consumes you. Someone wants you to be consumed by your own shadow to the point where you embrace the fear and you have a transformation. So I feel like someone is trying to not even activate. Someone's trying to invoke your higher self to take on, to be completely, I don't even want to say the word converted. It's like to be completely possessed. Where you allow your shadow to completely do its own thing. You know what I'm saying? When, what did the Joker say? When he asked Harley Quinn, would you die for me? And she was like, yeah. She's like, that's too easy. Would you live for me? And so part of her living for him was to also die. Okay. Or let go, like let her, the sweet dreams that sweet dreams are made of me. She had to let it go. And so I do feel like someone here is definitely like bedside. Someone got some horrible bedside manners. I don't know, child. We all over the place with these messages. Something about bedside manners. They don't have very good standards. They have a lot of knowledge. Okay. But they're very caring. They're very healing. They give good advice. But they have horrible bedside manners spiritually because they kind of cross over into your dreams. They dream walk or they do something as a way. They're invasive. Okay. They attempt to get into your auric field. Typically during a dream state is what I'm seeing here. They may also do this through gratification or satisfying themselves. Okay. Blood magic, sex magic, stuff like that. Someone's invasive. Spirit, what's your message? They take a very hands-on approach when it comes to you to get you, to make you have like an outer body experience or a kundalini awakening. Chaos. Conflicts with others caused by opposing opinions. Walk away from drama unless the situation is really worth your time. Then stand up for yourself. Very ambitious people. So this is saying your higher self is letting you know that there's a lot of chaos, mirror magic, and things like that going on. And so you have to be very discerning about what you give your energy to and your attention to, because it's kind of like an energy swap. Okay, to make you drain yourself. You ever have a lot of energy built up and you can channel that energy, that creativity into different things and go 2 days, 3 days with back to back to back all this energy to flow? Somebody may want you to consume something that makes you lazy, right? Whether it's sex, whether it's substances. They may want you to use all of that energy and have an orgasm or something like that. Especially for all, like I said, very ambitious people. All of that energy can really transform your life in so many different ways. Okay. And propel you so far ahead without you having to be so logical, strategic, or having to have someone ride you. This entire energy is about you allowing your eccentricity to come out. But I do feel like there's someone that's a scholar or someone that knows a lot about the occult, and they are trying to like push it out of you, like nut bush, like push it out of you. Let that high priestess come through. Don't hold back. Go full super saiyan or something like that. So take that how it resonates. And so if you've been like trying to get professional, like seek a mentor. You hungry? Someone ate all your snack? Okay, we're gonna go to the store, okay? Okay. Someone ate all her snacks. Alright, so pretty much I feel like what you need to know is like this too shall pass. Dorothy. Trying to find my way back to you. So I was saying something about, I don't know. I'm not gonna go back and watch it. So what I was talking about. Okay. So there's a couple of people that you can trust. That not everyone be using their occult wisdom and their knowledge in a negative way. Some people, yeah. Other people, no. Some people, yes. Other people, no. Why I say it twice? You gotta check people twice. And I feel like you gotta listen. Because in order for me to say what I said twice, I listened, I heard it, and I just said it twice. Whoa. Yes, definitely chaos. Okay. So what does that mean, Spirit? Spirit gonna repeat something to you twice. And if Spirit repeats something to you twice, then that's a confirmation that that's where the chaos is stemming from. Okay, so let's say for a second that you I'm losing my train of thought. Okay. So you gotta navigate through this energy. Because the objective here is to make you want to do something. Okay? Like make you fight for something, not surrender. I don't know. Confirm this for me. Because I feel like we're going forward, not backwards. But I feel like I've ventured down this road before. On the road, it's like a loop. Something about a loop. Okay, who's the professional assistant, Spirit? Okay, so people that won't betray you, you can trust these people. What about the confirmation that's coming through angelically? Full serendipity. You're gonna meet. There's a professional, someone that has like a degree or they're really good at something. But they're good at something. But like, they can help you get out of something. Like, what is this? The Eight of Swords? 1, 2. Okay. I get it. So, there are traits within you that are lazy. Okay, and before you come for me, you're like, oh, that's not me, something, whether it's a substance, a person, or whatever, the Spirit is saying something makes you lazy. Something makes you feel like, you let the day pass you by, you could be more productive than what you are. I don't know what exactly it is, but you're about to be knee deep in conquering anxiety, insomnia, okay? And someone here knows that yes, there's a time to play, there's a time to work, there's a time to be comfortable, there's a time to be uncomfortable. All of that's a part of it. There really is no principle to that. It's really a matter of if you say you want something and you want it bad enough, what are you willing to do to get it done? That's it, that's all. Everything else is a matter of constructs of your mind that plays tricks on you. And so when you are trying to kick a habit or kick a thought process, your mind will speak negative and tell yourself that something is doing something to you or something is happening to you, but it's really just like an invitation for you to break that, right? Same thing with because it says focusing on the negative, things not turning out the way you anticipated, forgiveness of self or others. Everything happens for a reason. Look for the hidden blessing. So they're pretty much saying learning to see your life experiences from the lens of the hidden blessing. What did I learn from this situation? But like I say, you're about to meet a couple of people that will not betray you. They're your soul tribe, your soul family. You're gonna get confirmations of that, and you're gonna know that they're your soul tribe because you won't be suspicious. You won't fear. You won't fear these people. You won't fear that you can trust. Because we have insomnia in reverse and surrender in reverse. So you're like, I can keep these people in my life. I can keep these, they're professional, they're respectful and things like that. I think that for a lot of you, it's an actual person here. An actual person that they keep you satisfied. Some of y'all, this could be like or demonetizing you. But where it throws you off, where everything will look like rainbows and lollipop, you go to sleep. It was like when you go to sleep, you're dreaming and you're like, I feel like this person is lying to me, they're doing something to me. That hysteria or that thought process is coming from some like legit intuition, okay? Because we have the high priestess out here. All right, someone here they use your energy as a way to heal themselves. Okay, so they give you their demons or the things that they don't want to deal with. It's like instead of going on the spiritual journey and having that Wizard of Oz moment and going within and figuring out what you're missing in the heart, you know, what needs a little bit of oil, what needs some tinkering, you know, what path you're on, who's the person behind the mask, getting those guidances to someone. It's like, why do all of that when I could just avoid all of that and get the blueprint, you know, get the remedy and skip all of that. And so this is how someone, they try to avoid the human experience at all costs. You know somebody that tries to avoid the human experience at all costs. And so the chaos, they try to avoid healing, the human experience. They are know-it-all. So the chaos that be coming, that's attracted to them, is really trying to get them to be still and spend time with their guides and to actually have a personal relationship with that spiritual realm. But this is someone that don't really make time for it. They just like to get the knowledge and rush the process. So someone here they like to rush the process of knowledge and application. They don't really like to dwell on it. They like to have it, use it, take it. Who's a scholar here? I do feel like they have wisdom. Knight of Pentacles. They be in a rush. What's the fastest way to consume knowledge and information so I can get where I want to go? Someone that tries to, like, they know that something takes routine, dedication, consistency. They're willing to do that with the Knight of Pentacles. Where they struggle with is how quickly they feel like they should be doing it. So it's like being a Knight of Pentacles, but trying to force the Knight of Wands, but their lifestyle prevents them from being able to be spontaneous and be like, maybe they have to clock into a clock, so they can't really be the Knight of Wands. They can't be spontaneous. Maybe they have, you know, they have to be certain places at certain times, and so they can't really they're not really on a schedule, so it gives that spontaneity, that ambitious energy, because they have to go from location to location, travel from spot to spot, all right, manage site to site. You get what I'm saying? And so I can see where the Knight of Pentacles, because they either have the credentials, okay, yeah, they have the credentials to work here, but it's like, it's definitely killing them. You know, the hours they gotta put in, the overtime, they're barely home, they barely have free time. Okay, this person feels like they're being guided to stop like watching you from the screen and to actually like speak to you or approach you or something like that. They feel this guidance to communicate directly to you and like stop the silence. They've been using work as a distraction or a means not to communicate with you, but they're ignoring it. They're trying to like cut you off, like wean themselves up, like not cold turkey, not even a wean, like cold turkey. Yeah, they made a promise to themselves and they're trying to stick it through, like, nope, not talking to you, not reaching out to you. Hand on the Bible. And so, you know when they say, when you make plans, God laughs, or when you say never, God has a way of showing you that never isn't an absolute statement or something. Yeah. So as long as this person is refusing their contract, this is a part of their contract, they're going to end up bumping into a karmic connection. The karmic connection that they're going to bump into is going to be drama-filled. Who's this karmic Yeah, they have like either a work fling relationship. This could be a trifecta. 3 people may work together or star together or something like that. And that, it's like it's going to be like other people that are that are influenced by the spiritual realm is going to start being suspicious. So there's something here where when someone avoids their healing energy, when they avoid taking accountability for themselves, going within, the people around them start tweaking. And when the people around them start tweaking, it's a direct message from this person's spiritual team that they need to go in the bush, that they need to slow down. They don't need to acquire more money, more responsibilities, more obligations. They need to make time for their ancestors, their spiritual team. Yeah. Because it's like, if they don't sit down willingly, it will come for them like by way of help. There's so many ways in which it will manifest itself. And then someone will be sitting there talking about, Christina. And then the other person will be like, Christina isn't here. She left all your other bitches. 3 of Swords. Now that may be a situation where someone is left to deal with the karma. Because I'm not saying that the lady that he didn't want to be with was like his forever person. But what I am saying is that he was all around making bad choices. Okay, those bad choices constantly found him in situations where he felt like he was getting the short end of the stick. Which brings me back to the other reading that came out a couple of days ago, talking about perception, right? Tower. What we avoid, why is this contract so significant or important? Oh, it's something to do with someone's life purpose. 2 of Wands is purpose. It's a journey, but it's also a choice. Okay, so before someone came here, they made a choice to go down this path and fulfill a contract. They don't know they want to do it no more. 5 of Pentacles, yeah, 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands. Someone will just be out here collecting a lot of bodies, breaking a lot of hearts, doing a lot of shit, causing a lot of ruckus. They're so disruptive in this 3D dimension to the point where it's catching up to them is a gentle statement. This person actually refuses to learn. They rather study. This is someone that rather study than learn, and they avoid pitfalls by every means. And the more that they avoid pitfalls, they make the person that they date pay for their sins. They make other people pay for it. So anyone that enables this person or gives them a leg up or helps them in any type of way, they would experience this person's karma. They would be the ones tied. This is like a soul tie. Yeah, spiritually disturbed soul tie. 1 minute you grieving, and the next minute you feel alone. And then the next minute you're angry. You go through these 3 stages of emotions. First, I'm sad. You did it again. The 5 of Pentacles, you triggering my abandonment wounds. And then the 5 of Wands, I want to fight you. I want to stomp you. And so all these emotions really don't belong to you. It doesn't belong to you because it's not your emotions. You just contracted some type of spiritual dis-ease. So this spiritual dis-ease, you can get this type of demon attached to you through intercourse. You can also get it through conversation, dialogue. Someone likes to portray themselves as being trustworthy. But I'm telling you, the hermit energy with judgment in reverse, this is someone that either hasn't crossed over and they move like a traveling, walking dream walker. And The Two of Swords, they have a type. They look for the eccentric ones, the ones that is like you're rare and you're hard to find. Yeah, you're hard to find, all right. You're hard to find. And in the wrong hands, you're a gold mine. It's like I've been waiting for someone like you. Someone here, somebody is they're a predator. Six of Swords. They like to come in right when you're going through a transition in your life, and they come in like, you know, I just want to go with you. You don't have to do this thing called life alone. You don't have to do it all on your own. How can I be useful? They may have said that to you, like, how can I be useful to you? You know, I'm not trying to control you. I don't need nothing from you. I just want to be down. I want to be down with what you going through. I want to be down. Yeah, I want to be down, all right. I hold you down. Let's get you a closing message, because at this point, you're going to feel this person being washed out of your system, cleansed out of your system. And right as you cleanse in this person out your system, this person always come around when you're either going through a major breakthrough, a transformation, or they feel as if you are sleeping better at night. This is someone that likes to give you the heebie-jeebies. Honey. Abundance, yes, because this is someone that, in this card, I love this card, okay? This is, in this picture, the story talks about a man that he spends all his money and he feels like he's on his very last scarcity, right? And he drops it in the well. In his mind, it's lost forever. I can't do nothing with that. And I'm shitted, right? From her perspective, she doesn't even start off with a coin. But in her mind, her optimism is like, ooh, this well may have coins in it. Let's figure out if I can extract the coins, make it work for me. And she's already envisioning the house that she would want to buy with it. And so she is being fulfilled from a different source. And he's worried that, oh, somebody else may take it. He's like, oh my God, I lost it. Someone else is going to benefit off of it. I'm never going to get it back. Woe is me. Half his glass is half empty. He's worried. He's anxious. He's losing sleep. And meanwhile, you have him like, he's even thinking about how someone else is going to benefit possibly off of his hard work. And that's the difference between the abundance depicted in this card. Yeah. I think I broke that down. So he goes home, cries about it, and sulks over how he lost the coin. There's probably some schmuck out there that's going to find his lucky coin and take it and be successful with it. And I'm never going to get it back. And he cries about it and he sulks over it. And that's how somebody feels about you, your prosperity, your abundance. They feel like you're going to be the one that's prospering. This person doesn't like lucky people like you, or people that are just so optimistic. If you're the type of person, like, you know how Halle Bailey is someone that speaks very like, she speaks very kind, her tone of voice. This person is someone that your tone of voice, they hate the sound of your voice. Every time you talk, it's like, you're just so annoying. Like, this is someone that loathes you, like, they literally. Wow. Two deep perspectives here. And it's like she's looking at it like you never know. And then he's looking at it like, oh, I already know. And then we have dissipating here. There's someone watching and they're like, I already know you're up next. because they're so damn impatient and insecure, and they refuse to heal this person has sacral trauma. Sacral trauma is usually associated with the sexual assault, mommy with issues, daddy issues, and so they have a little demon on their shoulder. And so everything that they communicate, like they're in a hurry, but they're still showing up like they're on a consistent schedule. But they hate that schedule, but they stick to that schedule. So it's like not really living a double life, but it's like trying to be someone that you're not. And so it's imposter syndrome. But it's like, this is who I should be because I'm a scholar, because I should have it together, because I should know better, because I have the credentials. I shouldn't be suffering from these conditions. But scholars or people that are professionals as well be on their medication too. So no one's perfect in this. Everyone's perfect, but no one's perfect at the same time. Everything and nothing. So the message to you in closing is your abundance. One person is abundant from one perspective, and the other person is abundance by way of trying to figure out how they're going to get in your vault. There is someone around you that wants to know, how can I become abundant and successful off of stealing from you? How can I take what you have and multiply it? Even if they got to pimp you or work you. So that's all I got for you. Like how it resonates. See you in the next one. Bye.